the rumor before the fight was that Bob Arum was trying to make Beterbiev and Anthony Yarde.
No, don't want to see that.
If I was Anthony Yarde.
Lions in the comp.
Yeah, and then afterwards, and somebody tweeted this, and they said, Beterbiev is gonna knock his block off because there was an interview, and they said, Anthony Yarde said maybe you and Bivol or you and Smith are slow. And Beterbiev's like, what?
Bivol said that about
No.
No,
Anthony
Yarde.
said that about Beterbiev and Smith. And so then whoever
Evan Korn, who works for Top Rank, goes, Anthony Yarde.
Yeah, he was like, that's who said it, and he was just like, oh, I understand. Like, didn't disagree. Was just like, okay, I see you. No, I do not want to see that.
Carson,
fight.
I don't want to see that. Bivol better be whatever.
Yeah.
Hey, co-main event, Smith Yarde. I take it.
Yeah.
Callum Smith?
Yeah, no.
Joe Smith.
Joe Smith.
Anthony Yarde, he's a good fighter. He's kind of in that range. He got stopped by Kovalev, which is no shame in that.
That's when Kovalev was a killer.
Was a monster. But like he lost to Lyndon Arthur, and Lyndon Arthur only threw the jab. The whole fight he hurt his hand.
Yeah.
He
I'm
obviously
not sold on Yarde.
gets revenge and wins the rematch.
Yeah.
But like, if you lose to Lyndon Arthur like that, Beterbiev is knocking you clear out of the ring. But I don't know if that's the fight they have to make in the meantime.
Because of DAZN and Top Rank.
Yeah,
two different.
I guess like not the worst, but I would love. How do you think you three gentlemen? I still lean towards my guy. How do you think Beterbiev Bivol goes if that happens?
Your guy Bivol?
Yeah,
it's a 50-50-ish fight.
Yeah,
I would have to break down the tape and make a fight week pick.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, I picked Bivol before because I thought he's a better boxer, but Beterbiev showed me he has athleticism in his feet. He has educated feet, just like Bivol does. So that's a great fight. I don't know they could, I still give the edge to Bivol, 6 years younger. I still think his style is more natural to box, and Beterbiev more had a big, strong, physical guy come right at him, so he can box, and he showed that. But I think Bivol is a little bit more naturally suited off the back foot.
And activity, running his hands a little bit in combinations.
And while they both had great performances, I got to go with Bivol because he beat the pound-for-pound king, and he made it look easy.
Yeah,
he didn't do that to Canelo though.
He made it look easy.
He made it look easy.
Yeah, he made it look easy.
Canelo still won 4 rounds.
3.
I hear you.
7.
I don't remember.
I
could have given
5 according to one of the
Man, he could have got stopped too. But he beat. I got to go Bivol. But that's a 50-50 fight, man.
Yeah, really close fight.
That's a real good fight. Will we get it here in America?
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bivol versus Beterbiev is Crawford Spence at 175.
Yeah. Yes.
It's so close to 50-50 to me.
Mm-hmm.
I think when we talk about those two guys, Crawford and Spence, we just look at the overall package, the speed, quickness, power, agility, boxing IQ, boxing ability. I mean, a whole 9. And those guys, even though it's a different package at 175,
That's a great fight.
when you put those up against one another, I mean, it's almost like the same.
Because a lot of it
Telling
is
the tape
close,
there.
and then a lot of it almost cancels each other out. You're like, well, Beterbiev, I think we can all agree, is clearly the harder puncher.
Yeah.
But it's like, but I think Bivol is pretty comfortably the faster puncher.
Yeah.
So it's like, you have this, you have that. Bivol's younger. Beterbiev has multiple titles. Like, it's just
you can wake up one week,
it's
it's teeter-totter.
Of course.
Well, I'm going with this. I'm going with this.
And I watched that fight yesterday. I was like, I still lean towards Bivol, but I'm like, if somebody says, no, Beterbiev wins, I'm not going to say, you have no clue.
Yeah.
There's no chance. Like, that's such a good fight.
And kind of pulling on my fight with Spence, we both did a lot of boxing, and we both were very aggressive through the fight. It was like back and forth.
Yeah. And
I can see the same thing with Bivol and Beterbiev, where one guy, one round decides he wants to box. The other guy's going to say, okay, I'm going to try to do the best I can to apply some pressure and completely flip. The game is completely different in the second round or the third round. And I do see that being like a back and forth. Who would I pick today? I don't know.
Shawn, you bring up Spence Porter.
That's hard.
You bring up Spence Porter. It literally could go that way. Well, one knockdown could change the whole fight.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's literally that close.
And I don't, not again.
I know.
And you
I
talk
know.
about-
I know.
don't
Because
think-
I want to say Beterbiev, but then I'm looking at the size of Bivol, and I'm looking at Bivol's jab, and I'm like, I don't know.
And even if you go to the matter of chins, which again, styles make fights, who gets hit with shots. Bivol, I don't think has been down, but he surely was wobbled by Joe Smith.
Oh, he's been down.
Has Bivol been down?
Yes, and Colin Smith put him down, right?
No. That's Beterbiev.
Oh,
That's
Beterbiev.
Beterbiev,
Oh, okay.
Callum Johnson.
I think the only time
Oh, yeah.
Bivol got hurt was Smith, but he stayed up. It was at the bell, and he stumbled to the corner.
And Beterbiev never took a shot like that from Smith.
Right.
Yeah.
And then Beterbiev has been down, like you said, Callum Johnson. So it's like the chin. It's like, well, and then they've been in there with the same guy now. We kind of did that last week with you. As far as Spence Crawford is like a measuring stick, I don't think Joe Smith is that for this moment. But again, just depending on who gets hit with the shots. Yeah, that would be such a good fight, and it's one of those fights that it can't really. You hate to say that, but it can't really disappoint you.
Oh, stylistically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, is there any chance that fight is boring? With Beterbiev is
Hell
knocked out.
no.
He's knocked out every opponent he's ever fought.
Well, the only thing I would encourage is for whoever gets the fight to really get people interested in the fighters. A lot of people still don't know the names. You know Bivol from beating Canelo, but then you weren't convinced that he was going to win the fight up until 10 rounds, 11 rounds. And then all of a sudden you're like, well,
Don't look over here and say that. Look that direction.
yeah, I don't know who this Bivol guy is, but he beat Canelo. You know what I mean? And same thing for Beterbiev, where they don't really have the name to get you kind of, I guess for the sake of words, passionate about the fight, but it will be a really good fight. So you got to do something to really capture the heart and the thought process that this is going to be great.
And a benefit to that, right exactly with what you're saying, is because there is no clear-cut A side. Obviously, Canelo Bivol, Canelo clearly the A side. And afterwards, we came on the next show and we said, Bivol's kind of a funny guy. Like, he had some funny lines in the press conference, but you didn't hear much of him.
Yeah.
Because it was the Canelo show.
Yeah.
Canelo this, Canelo that. Who is he going to fight next? What is he going to do?
Yeah.
And then afterwards, we're like, he's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Now, you don't have that. So you can highlight Bivol and Beterbiev. There's not like, it's not dictated
I still don't know
by
if the
that.
casuals come out for that.
You just got to find it.
Maybe not.
Because you can get anybody to watch anything. You just got to find it.
You gotta sell it right.
You got to you just got to find it.
You gotta show the belts.
Well,
the belts have to be everywhere.
And it costs money, which is, you know what I mean? That's the main
market
thing.
fight.
Yeah, it's the main thing is it costs money to market, you know?
And like you said, Carson, he's a funny guy. Very similar guys that, real gentlemen, not the type to start nothing with nobody, but my God, man, if you got to get in that ring with them, good luck to you.
Yeah, like it's a lot of guys, like both of them, well, not both, I'll say Beterbiev, he reminds me of Jason. You know what I mean? And he has a Jason mentality in the ring. He wants to kill you. He wants to hurt you. You know what I mean? But outside of the ring, softer mannered, soft mannered and all of those things, you can't sell a fight with that. But that's how I would market it.
You can respect it.
Like here's Freddie versus Jason or something like that. And just
Shout out to Jadakiss and Fab.
start to play with it.
No, Jason versus Michael Myers.
I like the Freddie versus Jason because the Fab and Jadakiss, top 5 that are alive.
So
off one LP.
something like that, I think is how you would get
I feel
casuals to watch
better
that fight.
when I was watching Beterbiev yesterday and before, I feel like I would need to try to hit him with a chair or something, wrestling style.
in order to hurt him.
Yeah, he might.
Carson has no confidence. You feel like your hands hurt anybody?
No.
Carson is the dude in the movie when he punched the dude don't even move, and then Carson
And then
be
my
like,
hand,
"Oh, shit."
and then
man.
my hands just completely broken.
No,
Yeah,
he's the guy that made people say, I got guns for people like
yeah,
him.
he just. I'm telling you, he just keeps walking you down, and I'm just like, you have to just slide under the ring and bash him with a chair. But he's something else. I'd love to see that fight. I don't know what they'll end up doing. It's boxing, so it probably will be Anthony Yarde, which I don't. Okay, that's fine.
Sometimes we just gotta accept we're gonna get effed.
Yeah,
It's life.
Yeah, and I do think that Bivol will happen.